Hey guys, Viviscal is a hair growth supplement. So in this video, I want to answer the question, does it really work? So let's hop right into it. Now, Viviscal, if you go to their website, it's their basic claim to fame is that it can help with particularly women who have thinning hair. They do have a male supplement as well, but in this one, we're kind of focused on the one directed at females. But it purports to help with if you have thinning hair. It's said to help increase hair thickness, also decrease the amount of shedding that you're getting. Now, bottom line is when you look at the ingredient list of Viviscal, basically what you're going to see, in my opinion, is a multivitamin with a couple of extra things attached. But the main one, the main claim to fame of Viviscal is Aminomar, and that's kind of their patented word for these two ingredients, which is shark cartilage and oyster shell extract powder. Okay, so, or not oyster shell, but oyster extract powder, excuse me. So that's kind of their claim to fame. The interesting thing, one of the things I like about Viviscal is they actually have a study where they looked at Aminomar, and the study was done in 2012, and it was done with 55 females. And the nice thing is they broke them into two groups. The group that was getting Viviscal and the group that was getting a sugar pill or a placebo. And they did find that the Viviscal group did see increase in hair shininess, hair thickness, and interestingly, their skin was smoother. Now, in this study, they did look at small sections on the scalp and had researchers, look at that section, but also some of the study was the women's reports. So there was a subjective and an objective measurement in the study. So some of the women's self-reporting, you have to take that with a grain of salt. But again, the researchers were actually looking at the scalp. So that is promising. One of the questions that come up, does Viviscal have side effects? Now, if you look at the study, they said no, there were no side effects reported. That has not been my experience. I've had and read of reports, from people who use Viviscal who said, yes, I did experience some side effects, nothing super serious for the most part, mainly stomach side effects. They can see nausea, diarrhea. Some people say they get stomach cramping. Interestingly, these two are probably related. Some people claim of allergies and rashes. The thing you have to keep in mind, since we have shark cartilage and oyster, is if you have any sort of seafood allergy, something like that, shellfish allergy, I would be careful taking Viviscal. But to say that there aren't any side effects, I don't find that to be very accurate. So bottom line is, what are my thoughts on Viviscal? Well, there's good and bad. The good is we do appear to have some evidence to back it up. There is reviews online that people claim it helps. Interestingly, if you go to Viviscal's website, out of a 5-star system, their main product, the one I'm talking about here, only got 3.3 out of 5 stars. So there are some people who got no results with it. As far as the downsides, I already mentioned in the study, a number of the results from that were self-reported, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. We talked about the mixed reviews, some good, some bad. Cost can be a concern for some people. If you got a 6-month subscription, you bring the price down to $30 a month. If you just ordered one bottle, that's $40 a month. So it's not necessarily cheap. And you do have to take it for a while. In the study, they did 60 days, but most of the time they're recommending 90 to 180 days to really see the most results. I think this would be best if you're a woman and your hair is beginning to thin. If you want to try something, this could probably be worth a shot. Again, I mentioned earlier on that it's essentially a multivitamin with some extra ingredients. This Aminomar, it has a couple of other extra ingredients beyond that, which I haven't found any studies to show that they actually help with hair loss. So I'm not saying no to this. I'm giving this a very mixed review. If you have the money, and that's not a concern, and if you're if you're in the early stages of thinning hair as a woman, I think it would be worth a shot. But I am very skeptical of a lot of these supplements that help with embarrassing things, whether it's men in erectile dysfunction or women who are losing their hair, because I think it kind of taps into insecurities. And I think a lot of these things can be addressed in other more natural, more holistic ways. I talk about those on my website. There's a free checklist there. I'll put a link in the description. So make sure to go grab that. I think you're going to find better results tackling that issue with some of the things I mentioned in there. However, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I don't think it's the end all be all when it comes to fixing hair growth and thinning of your hair. But if you have the money, it's worth a shot. And I'd love to know if you've tried it. Let me know in the comments. Did it help? It's helpful for me to get your feedback, and other people watch this video and they're going to be looking for things that truly help people. So if it does, please let me know in the comments. I hope the video was helpful, you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.